Many friends, we have already started, we have already discussed about the data science process. What other steps are required if one to implement any project as a data scientist? So step is the research goal. This we have already discussed. After that, the second step is the retrieving data. So there are the various hub from that we can collect the data. Okay, so after collecting data we need to do some process, right? So one is the data cleaning and the data transformation, data combining. So the data cleaning, the various steps are involved in the data cleaning, then data transformation also various steps are involved, and then the data combining. After that, after the data preparation, so for when we want to prepare the data, so these steps we have to follow: data cleaning, data transformation, and combining. So the data transformation and data combining, these two are not mandatory. Based on your data, you have to modify. The data cleaning, this is the mandatory steps for for cleaning the data. Okay, for preparing the data before feeding data into the model. After that, data exploration, data modeling, and the some presentation and automation. Data exploration and data modeling, this I'll discuss in next class. Today's class I'll discuss about this part, data preparation part. Okay, so the data cleaning. Normally, what is the data cleaning process? Here, so when if you see some data in Excel sheet, okay, if you see some data in the Excel sheet, sometimes you can see some question marks are there in some corresponding to some column, some question marks are there, or NaN values are there, or if you see suppose there is one column, you can see continuous some values are there in between. One value is like that which is not similar to the other values. So there is a fluctuation data, and sometimes you can see, so one the suppose one object, suppose Delhi, the Delhi is entered in a one column, in another column Delhi is entered in such a way that there is one more space is also included in along with the Delhi word. Okay, so these are the some error, and some error are involved in the data set which you need to remove before feeding data into the modeling or before exploring the data. If you have some error, so you cannot explore, you cannot identify, you cannot predict something from those data. Okay, so this is also important. So now here you can see in this graph, you can see there are various data available which value range from the 0 to 0.02. Okay. After that, you can see two more data are available, which is there from 0 to 0.02 to 0.04, and there is a one more data that is available at 0.18. Okay, so all the data you can see in this near to 0.02, but some data are more than 0.02. Okay, so due to this data, you are not able to predict the data, okay, properly. So that means if all the data are available here, all the data are available here, so then you can normally predict the line, the like a blue color line. But as some data are available in this location, in this location, and this location, that's why the system or the model not able to draw the line near to though the maximum data are available. Model are trying to draw the line in the above of this line, the red color line. So my actual, the ideal, the color line should be blue color, but due to the noisy data, instead of getting the blue color line, we will get the red color this line. Okay, so this the regression model is called. This regression model you will get due to the this outlier. You should get this regression model, but you are getting this regression model. So that means that these are called the outlier. The values which are not similar to the values, the majority values. Okay, so these are the outlier which can also influence your predicted model. Okay, so the model you are preparing, this model can be influenced by those data. It's about the outlier. So there are some process for removing those outlier, for modifying, replacing those outlier with some other value. There are some process. So data entry error means, so the data set is totally related to the data, right? Either a real-time data, continuously the streaming data, or you are storing, you are collecting the data from some organization. Those are already stored the data in a data set. Okay, or the real-time streaming data, or some data which is continuously coming from some machine. If power is cut, then the machine will not provide the data at a particular moment. So that time you will get a error, or so that time you will get a missing value. Data while typing data, also while entering some record, okay, some weather record, some record, some Indian population record, some record, whether entering the manually entering those record, also if we miss some data, so that time also you will get some error. Okay, so the various there are the various natural thing we can see. Due to that, we are getting the data entry error. That means while entering the data, you are not entering the proper data, or you miss some data. So this about the data entry error. Okay. So suppose here also you can see some data good is entered in a data set in this much time, okay, 15 lakh time. Bad is also entered in this much. Now you can see while entering the good, while typing the good, sometimes good is typed as a G O D O. Okay, this typed 15 times. Good is typed as a G O D O 15 times. Okay, so that means this is the outlier, okay, or this is the different data, the data entry error. And suppose bad also typed as a one time as a BADE while entering it the bad into the column, right? So this is the data entry error. This is manually generated data or the machine generated data. Both cases we can get a data entry error. Redundant white space. Redundant white space, normally redundant white space we can see in the two various way. One is the suppose if we're writing something, suppose A, B and C you have written. Okay. So after that you have given one space and you enter the value A, B, C like, okay. So that means sometimes you are entering the A, B, see like this way. Sometimes you are giving one space while entering the A, B, C, right? So this time we will get some redundant space or white space. So in column some data will be like A, B, C without any space. Some data will be like A, B, C with space. So these two will get a similar different value, right? So that's why you have to remove this white space, redundant space. You have to remove the redundant space. Okay. So this is the one redundant space. And sometimes if so there is in here you can see the Brazil, the BA, and sometimes you can see the Brazil. Sometimes the Brazil entered as a the B is capital, and sometimes Brazil entered as a B is a small, right? So both will be the case sensitive. You have to enter the Brazil in the same way, like as if all small means all small in everywhere. So that time, so these are also considered as error or white space error. This thing also considered as a white space error. So you have to remove the white space or redundant character if you convert all the word into the lowercase or all the word into the uppercase. Okay. So outlier, this we have already discussed. So we can see the outlier while plotting the graph, and there is a one distribution graph. In distribution graph also we can see whether the data is actually outlier or actual the real time data. So if you plot the distribute graph or display count plot, okay. So you can see that suppose there are values from the -3 to +3, okay, and so maximum distribution you can see like this way. If there is some value the above 3 or above 4, so the distribution of the graph will be like that. So here is a normal distribution. So if distribution is like that, uniform distribution means it will be like this way. After that, again you can see the this some values here. Ideal distribution will be like this only. So if the distribution is like that, that means there is a no outlier in the data set. Okay, all the data is distributed properly from entire in entire values. Here all the data is not distributed. Some values are there after 4L also. Okay, so by plotting the display plot or count plot also, you can identify the outlier, whether your value is outlier or not. So if there is an outlier or if there is a missing value, how can you deal with those missing value? Okay, so in the upcoming lecture also I will discuss where are the some points. Suppose sometime we can omit those some questions mark will be there. Okay, or NaN value will be there. Okay, those value you can remove. This is the pop-up process, but always you cannot remove those corresponding to those row. You cannot always remove. It may give a different impact on the model. Sometimes what we have to do, we have to do so mean value. We have to fill the question mark at the NaN value with the mean value for corresponding this column. Okay, sometimes you have to based on the distribution graph, which will be the this corresponding missing value, this you have to enter. Okay, based on sometimes based on the modeling also we have to enter the missing value. So there are the various process and have disadvantages and advantages for entering the missing value. Now come to the there is a suppose there are the multiple tables, you need to for combine those table. Okay, for this will be also under the data cleaning and data preparation. Okay, three various way you can combine all these tables. One is the joining, another is the append. Joining means in the one table, the suppose three columns are there. In one table, two columns are there. So this is the common column. Okay, these two are the different column. This is the different column. This column is not there, and these two columns are not here. Okay, so but you need to combine those things. So based on this is the primary key which is there in these two table. Based on that days, you can combine these two. Horizontally, you can combine into this table. Appending means vertically you are combining. Appending means vertically you are combining. The same columns are available, same column names are available, but rows are different for both the cases. So you can vertically combine the appending. Okay, so joining here you can see there. So there's a client is common for this table and this table. Here item and month are columns here, and the new column is that is region. So if you join this based on the primary, it will be the in the new table the item, month and region both will all three will be there along with the primary key. This is the client. This is about the joining. Appending what I told, column names are same. The client, item, month. Here also client, item, month. But values are different. Okay, row values are different. Here these two values are stored for January month. These two values are stored for February month. Now you are adding those two values, these values and this value vertically. Okay, so January and then February. So for that, this process is the appending. Column names are same for both the table. And view means this is the not actual table, this is the virtual table for visualizing that data. Okay, so here the January, February, in the next slide I'm showing you the January some data are available, February some data are available, up to December some data are available. So every month some data are available. Now you need to combine all the month data for comparison something. So we are actually not combining all the you are not actually appending all this thing. Okay, after January, February, March like this. So you are not appending. Just we are visualizing all the data in a one table. So this is the virtual table. First the January, then February, then March, April, then up to December. All the data will come into the one table, which is like a virtual table. And in this virtual table, no data will be repeated. No replication should be there in the virtual table. Okay, this is about the view. View means you are not actually creating the table, just you are observing all the values in a one table in a view format. Okay, so this is about the view. So I hope it like my video, and there are some other steps in the data science process. This I will discuss in the coming lecture. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.